You know who you are, don't you? Your buddy from Belfast, where everybody knows you.
Hey, buddy! Your mom's calling idiot!
We're looking to cleanse the community a wee bit.
You wouldn't want to be the odd man out in the street. Touch my family and I'll kill you.
First of all, congratulations. This is absolutely a masterpiece in filmmaking. Jamie, I'll start with you. Take me all the way back. What was it like working with Kenneth Branagh in the early stages of making this film?
Well, you know, thank you for saying that for a start, but also like it was very much like from the very, very initial conversation I had with Ken over Zoom. It was the first Zoom I'd ever had. It was like when nobody knew what Zoom was.
True.
And right from the start, he made me feel, which this is rare, that I was the only person he'd ever considered and wanted to be in this movie. And that's a big honor, particularly when you're portraying a version of his father. And that just carried on through the whole process. And indeed, even now, you know, after talking about the movie for 6 months after showing it for the first time, he's just always imbued me personally with a confidence that I was the right person to be on this journey with him. And that makes your work a lot easier. You know, he was just, if every director could be like Kenneth Branagh, my life would be very easy.
Liam, come home. We'll fight this together.
Kids the same age as ours are getting killed or in the corner.
We'll be careful.
You can't be with them 24 hours a day. You can't take away their childhood either.
Katharina, you grew up and lived in an area very close, I believe, to Belfast. How did your childhood experiences and your mother help you with the character?
Well, I grew up about an hour and a half south of Belfast, right on the border, but just on the other side. So, you know, I had a very different experience to, say, Jamie or Kieran or Ken, who sort of grew up with it sort of in front of them. You know, my experience was more crossing in and out constantly, and that's a different thing, but it definitely forms a backdrop to your life, and you're very aware of the conflict constantly. You know, I think my mum, my dad was stationed on the border when I was about 6 weeks old. So my mum and my dad, you know, they left their very tight-knit community. My mum had to leave her big group of sisters and go to this place where we weren't initially welcomed. And that, I think, gave me a real understanding into the dilemma that Ma had, because I sort of saw the flip side of it, you know, what happens after and how difficult that was for my mum. And I was able to bring a lot of that to that character and to understand her and sort of understand that fear, I think, quite well.
Sounds like they really want you. What do you want?
I want my family with me. I want you.
Jamie, this movie was recognized by the Golden Globes and critiques and by reviews, and everybody thinks this movie will win an Oscar. How do you feel about that?
It's, you know, it's a cool thing to be in those conversations and to have people talk about your movie like that. But, you know, essentially it's just this strange big addition that is out of your control that you can allow yourself to be excited by, but you can't allow yourself to get too involved in, because it's you don't have a say in it unless you're a voting member. You don't have a say in it. Listen, you'd rather be in those conversations than not. And we're very thankful that the movie's been received the way it has, because it's been unbelievable.
Katharina, last question. This movie will be released in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Anything that you like to tell all the fans that are waiting to watch this film?
Well, I think, you know, even though this is a very specific story about a family from Belfast, from Northern Ireland, I think that everybody across the world can really relate to this. It's at its heart a story about family and about a community and how we as families deal with stresses and, you know, I think what one thing everyone should know, that there's as much laughter in this film as there are tear-inducing moments. So it's a really beautiful, heartfelt film, and I think everyone can really enjoy it.
Thank you so much for both of you, and I'm very excited for everyone in the Middle East to watch the film very soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Go now. Don't look back.